Well, hello there. Uh, yeah, Purple Pride for the asexual community. How you going? Um, to the transgenders out there, if thou should point out that thee and thine and thou uh, are pre-imperial interference pronouns, and that pronouns are still important, they might have a thing to say to you. So, um, we and they is when you're a state of plurality, which is this situation. So we are a we and a they, or however long that goes on for. Hoping it would have been over by now, but it's not. So we and they are talking to thee and thou about thine business relating to you. You are not an object, you are a subject. Your phone is an object, you're a subject. You are not a loyal subject or a loyal object of the corporatocracy or the crown. Okay, you're an individual human, and and you are not technology, and you are not animals or vegetables or minerals or whatever. Um, so, um, so, so thou, um, um, if you could, if thou could, not let the bed bugs bite by playing bed bug removal frequencies, that's probably a good thing. It appears to be a common thing that people go through. You see that? Because it's gonna be gross, okay? When you're going on the public sphere, you're supposed to be like a really pretty person, right? Who's like got their hair done and has no injuries to show. You're at a level of expertise. See, you're an expert because you've got no injuries and you've got all your teeth and this, they're put, shiny and white and stuff like that. So, let's talk about how style isn't substance for a minute, okay? Okay, see that? Okay, unbrushed, unwashed masses fucking hair. Okay, that's what we have, and we have midgie bites. Okay, so midgie bite is just midgie slang for like no seams or mites or bed bugs, basically. The mattress is quite old, and the landlord's working on replacing all the mattresses in the building because it's a situation of a furnished space, and so the landlord's working on replacing the beds in the different places in the facility, and because the healthcare system in Australia is quite decrepit. Arkham Insane Asylum has low quality bedding and no access to showers. No, this is not the argument. It's bloody not, okay? It's just povo housing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so you're supposed to be when you're presenting publicly, you're supposed to have like really nice hair, and you're supposed to, wear a pretty dress, and you can't have any injuries. Like, you're an absolute expert on all things, okay? Right? Okay. You never have have any illnesses or injuries, stuff like that. It's like, well, okay. How do you know how to cure an illness? Best way to know how to cure an illness is to get one. Doesn't that sound terrible? Well, you know what it's like to have the illness if you've ever had one. You don't want to have it, okay? You shouldn't have had it, okay? It's horrible. We don't want you to have it, okay? But that's also how you fix it. Is the way to learn how to solve a problem is to fix it, to have the skills that come from solving a problem is to have the problem. It's in other words, it's always a learning curve. So this ideal of a society where everyone has shiny white teeth and absolutely no blemishes on their skin, and their hair's perfectly kept, and they live a nice little middle class sort of technologically advanced lifestyle, is got a lot of style to it, and even some substance, because some of those principles are, is better is some of those principles are better for your health. So, being covered in shit all the time is going to attract bacteria. So it might not be in your best interest. But at the same time, if you shower several times a day, you also reduce the amount of oils in your skin, natural oils in your skin, which reduces your vitamin D absorption, and that leads to issues with immunity, immune health, and stuff like that. So this sort of indoors lifestyle that's been going on for quite some time now is, it's weakened the skin a little bit, and made the skin a bit more sensitive to the possibility of midge and mite bites, which before that, during the outdoor lifestyle, it's an outdoor lifestyle. It's not being stranded in tents during COVID lockdowns. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Never mind. Okay, it's okay. It's not like we have like a massive housing crisis in the world, because the rental markets were overpriced, and the system went kaboom, like with a big balloon of overpriced housing. No, and with COVID lockdowns and anyone who losing their jobs and the economic situation that created, and we're still recovering from it. No, that never happened. Okay, and some people didn't happen to be traveling in tents at the time and get stuck in different places. No, that never happened. It's not the case at all that could possibly happen to people, because everyone has a Learjet, don't they, Elon? Anyway, yeah. Okay, so so Donald, we're going to talk to you about what Donald and Elon represent, okay, and why you need to go for the people that surround Donald. Well, we work with the Marines to sort out Musk, okay, so. Hello. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. See that there? We'll talk about stuff. We'll get you past your superficiality for a second. Okay. Okay. Now, these teeth got taken out under general anesthesia 6 months ago. Okay, and for about 2.5 to 3 years, the top row there was rotting out. Okay. And teeth started to fall out, and the teeth started to loosen at the start of COVID-19, and they started to fall out about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was like every time someone died, a tooth fell out, and there's some backdated teeth as well for some few years before that. So take this, you want to be superficial and say, this is obviously some kind of drug use issue. It's not. It's stress-induced teeth loss associated with grief. Yeah, that's a lot of teeth. Okay? Yeah, that's heaps. It is, it's heaps. Okay? So, the good news is that now that all those teeth are taken out, there's none to go. So you might think, our teeth could still come up. No, they won't. They got fully repaired. So the prevention of death has occurred, and the last of the deaths has occurred. So there's not going to be any since about August. The last tooth to fall out or chip out was in August 2023. And the surgery to finally clean up in there and get all the teeth removed, or the chips of teeth and whatever, happened a year after that. Fun, hey? So, judge not, okay? You're talking to a sober person, a very sober person, okay, who's met some rather strange people over the course of quite a fair few years in many different places and experienced very rather strange things. So that's just how the cookie crumbles. Reality just turned out to be stranger than fiction. Have you ever had this strange feeling that there was an Australian woman who wasn't inside her own head, but with a bunch of men or something and random assortment of characters and people talking to your subconscious? Hello, we are in your asshole. We got up the world's ass. The proctologist is in. Say hello to the world's biggest pain in the ass. Gotten to know a little bit about everyone's shit. Not particularly impressed. Yeah. Okay, right, okay. Okay. So, you're supposed to have client confidentiality. There is none, not in this situation. It's just not possible. Elon Musk's greatest fear was becoming like his father. He's already done it. Yeah. No, did not create the tweets. Okay? Political activist in this case for this body means actually kind of left wing. Actually, there was no. His subconscious was being talked out of that. He might be throwing it. He might be making it so obvious how he sees what he used to be doing, which was being balls deep in the tech agenda, the mind control tech agenda, that when it came to fruition with someone, he didn't expect that person to find a way to communicate with him directly and be very anti-fascist activist. So in addition to a 4chan attack, this body has worked very hard with some very special individuals, actually with some good skills, to try and teach that man a valuable lesson. So Mr. Musk carries a lot of hubris. He is definitely a game player, as if that wasn't noticed in the political sphere already. He's someone that likes to look for attention. He wants to be adulated. He has not been adulated at all. He's been told things like, it doesn't matter if you are communicating with the geekiest woman in world fucking history, okay, who is a suitable age. No, really, not that much younger. He brings shame to the generation. Okay, right? Okay. This is an old maid, not a young lady. And things like, you don't know how many people would say to that man, don't know, don't care. You could have 2 cents, or you could have all the money in the world, dickhead, or you could just be lying about it. In fact, he is lying about it. He has $4 billion, not $200 billion, but anyway. He's been money laundering using the BRIC system and Bitcoin currencies through using your South African citizenship. The C doesn't stand for Canada; it stands for China. Okay, we tried to remember what the B stood for. It seems to be Brazil. Um, anyway, so who's here now? Who's here now? There's an assortment of Australians. Okay, good. At least we're keeping it local. Yeah, more or less. Okay, and some of these people are people that or parts of people's more accurate. Okay. Uh, Ones that this body has met physically in the usual sense of the term. That's correct. Yeah, most of them. Yeah, most of them. Okay. So we're offering an Australian perspective. Yes, we're gonna articulate that that just about every Australian that's in in the subconscious collective mind spaces, white room, whatever you call it, um, has articulated to Mr. Musk that they think he's a prick, and that they were quite disappointed that the man interpreted the interaction as something along the lines of someone looking for a rich boyfriend when it couldn't be further from the truth. So a lot of it was watch and wait behaviour to see what he was doing. Yeah. Some of it was disciplinary as well. Yeah. He was he trying to, and him specifically, not what China pretenders that came through. China pretenders, yeah. The China pretenders. Were they doing the Nazi shit? Not as much. What? Not as much. Not as much. Yeah, because the with the Tesseract system, each head becomes a bit like a portal, don't they? Yeah, something like that. Okay. So there was a means by which they got to him. Yeah, which was through here, wasn't it? Yeah, more or less. Okay. In other words, Canoe got hacked. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Canoe got hacked, so somewhere else could get hacked, basically. Yeah. Okay. Okay then. What do you think the chanters wanted? Because the American people have the right to know who's accompanied Mr. Musk in his subconscious. What do you think the chanters wanted? Well, like everyone was saying yesterday, it seems like they just wanted to fucking have notoriety as doing the biggest DDoS in world history, like in the ultimate raid. Yeah, but that's how probably how the American security intelligences would interpret that. Some of those people are actually quite political. Yeah, they have other things. Well, actually, if that's the case, then some of those people had the motive of trying to reveal the AI transhuman agenda for what it was. Yeah, okay. So some of the channels are actually people who were unfairly maligned as what you might call they have these categories for people, where they within that category they can genuinely become delusional. Yeah, they're not correct about everything. Yeah, but whatever that is, it does create delusions for people and fears and plays on them too. Yeah, so sort of like a situation where everyone experiences a little bit at the same time. Yeah, like everyone can see everyone. Yeah, creates a situation where they go, hang on a second. Yeah. What does that mean? Um. Um. Well, we need to focus on strategy then. There's probably with the channels they were doing a DDoS and they did do a crime. They did. Yeah, they did. We're gonna have to put it that way because that's what it was. And it seems like that hack was independent of the Ezekiel wheel, Tesseract, the I Providency thing, where someone's chucked something at it that wasn't that great, and the math of the situation is just confusing. Of course, some people stuffed up with the maths too. It's really what going on? Okay, so don't worry about it. Fun times. Okay, so what happens? What happens there? Okay, so we focus on strategy now. Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think the right thing to do is? Possibly point out that Trump will be dead in about 4 months. So there's concern about Trump, like not allowing us the next election or something like that is crap. He's personally going to be deceased. It's the people around Trump that you need to be concerned about more than Trump. So what they seem to be suggesting is that he's been signing all those, what do they call them, executive orders or something. Yeah. And so the people have like his henchmen or whatever, push it through really fast, as many as you can. Trump drops dead, and then they pretend that they've got solutions to whatever crisis got created there, so they just push things through really fast and hope it sticks and basically create a spell of confusion. The cast a spell of confusion over the American population and rely on the negative publicity thing, so people are focusing on basically the Great Troll, which is one of things which was Musk doing his Nazi salute. So it's not to say that Musk doesn't have any fascistic tendencies, because he fucking does, big time. Oh yeah, shit, yeah. He even has megalomaniac tendencies as well. Yeah. The thing is though, he's also capable of having slightly more complicated motivations. Yeah. And so he can be steered. But his physical body needs to be taken away, from that environment that he's in, where he thinks he can control this and that, and he's got like he needs to be taken away from all positions of authority that he's got, quite frankly, and put in a physical position of total humility. He needs to be brought down a peg. He needs to be brought down a fair few pegs and have his assets frozen. Okay, they need to freeze his assets, and they need to take him away from that space, and put him in a position of humility. We're guessing about 15 years prison time. 15 years prison time, yeah. But the first 5 years in a supermax, and 10 years after that in light, where he's expected to do community service in a custodial sentence. Sounds appropriate for Elon Musk. Yeah, for Elon Musk. Considering what's going on. Trump will be deceased in 4 months. Now, with the tech bros that are around Trump, they need to be that needs to be looked into quite a fair bit. So while they're doing the big showmanship, misusing United States government resources to what are they saying that what are people been saying? They're saying they're deporting U.S. citizens, something like that. So in addition to illegal immigrants or something, they're deporting U.S. citizens. Okay, this is shock and awe tactics. Okay, So this is confusion spell time. So what they would need to do is they need to round up the tech bros, by the sounds of it, and they need to focus on removing the Stargate AI executive order and anything that gives entrenched power to the tech bros, either directly to them or through the military system. Okay, and put a motion to have their Congress do a congressional hearing or something like that. Is that what they call it over there? Like where they have asked questions and they basically do an interrogation of a situation or something. And their system needs to do that to interrogate into the possibility of collusion between corporate collusion between tech companies in other countries, including some of the BRICS countries, and the possibility that the tech bros have engaged in treason and that more than one of them has. That seems like a viable possibility. So have at it. Have a nice day.